In Algebra 2.5, we're dealing with multiplying numbers. Now the same rule from the last section apply. If you have two negatives together, it gives you a positive. If you have two positives, it gives you a positive. If you have a positive and a negative, you end up with a negative. So those rules all still stay the same from the prior section that you did in section 2.4. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and multiply, and we're going to take it one step at a time. So let's start with these two, and I'm going to bring this down, -5. Alright? So -4 times -3. Let's ignore the signs real quick and just multiply the two numbers. 4 and 3 give us 12. Now I'm going to bring the parentheses down because if I don't, then it just looks like 12 minus 5. So that parentheses is there to show me that I'm still multiplying. But in this case, because I have two negatives, right, it's going to equal a positive. Okay, I don't have to put, if it's positive, I don't have to put the plus there, but I want to show you that it's a positive. So I end up with positive 12 times -5. So again, let's just focus on the numbers. 12 times 5 is 60. And then here I have a negative and a positive. Since I have it different, I'm going to end up with a negative. Okay, so this would be a -60. Two negatives give me a positive and a negative give me a negative. Now the only time it stays the same if I'm multiplying what? Two positives together. So in this case my answer is -60. Now the next one is a little bit more tricky. I'm going to go ahead, and because it's multiplication, with multiplication and addition, you have the magic power of doing in any order you want. Now subtraction and division is a little picky, but with multiplication and addition, I can rearrange the order. So I don't have to do it this way. I can choose to do this first. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down, -1/5. But I'm going to put this in parentheses to, again, to remember these two put in parentheses so that I can remember to multiply. Now, let's do the numbers first. 6 times 5 is 30. Because this has nothing in front of it, I'm assuming that this is a positive. And we talked just like we talked here, a positive and a negative together will then get me a negative. So this will be -30. So then I'm going to multiply just 30 over 50. Now when I'm multiplying a whole number and a fraction, I take that whole number and I multiply the top, the numerator, but I keep the denominator. So 30 times 1, which would give me 30 over 5. Okay? Now, this is a -30 and this is a -1/5. These negatives then give me a positive. So this would be a positive 30 over 5. Now again, if it's positive, I don't have to have the plus sign there. I'm just doing it to show you so that when you go back to your notes, you can understand it. So then finally, our last step is to do 30 divided by 5. If it's a whole number, then I can go ahead and instead of leaving it in fraction, put it in fraction. So 30 divided by 5 should be 6. Yes. So this would be 6, positive 6, so I don't have to have that number there, and that's my answer. So go ahead and try section 2.5, in section 2.5, page 36, numbers 13 and 14. Page 36, number 13 and 14, and I'll see you in class.